What's good, everybody? It's your boy La Owns. This is TSK, the Smoking Nick, and we here back again. We trying to come consistent for y'all. We trying to come consistent for y'all, just so y'all know. Know what I mean?
All right, we live for another night in a row.
Know what I mean? I think I got that shit in the background. Hold on. But to be honest, Paul George went crazy last night, my nigga. I thought it was Suns in 5. And
yes, sir.
when I got off of work today, and what I thought it wasn't. So we're gonna get into that real quick, but we got some other topics we want to talk about as well. But we're gonna start with that real quick. What you think about his performance tonight? And we're gonna start with you, Callie. What you think about that?
I mean, I'm always into giving flowers when they do, man. While people here, like I say, it's legendary, dude. Like, we come from that Allen Iverson, that Allen Iverson, that Jordan, that, you know what I'm saying? When it's great. Can't put it, I'm gonna be real with you. I picked the Suns in 4.
And 4
ain't happening, folks. After dude did what he did and said Suns in 4, and everything was Suns
I
in
ain't
4.
losing that easy.
Yeah. I picked Suns in 4, you know what I mean? But all BS aside, man, I felt like the Suns are the biggest. You can't really stop them. But I will say this.
Yeah.
The toughest team right now is the Clippers because of the fact that they fighting so hard.
Stop it.
That's that fight of a chin. Yeah, I agree with that.
I'm be real with you. Man, the Clippers, them some tough dudes up there.
They won it.
Paul George is showing that.
Shout out to Reggie Jackson.
Shout
out to Reggie Jackson.
He pointed on the nose for me, dog. I love it to hear that. Reggie Jackson. Shout out Reggie, man, because I want to call him Reggie. No. Hey, I want to call him Reggie like the Nutty Professor. Reggie, no. Man, that dude
is he's a problem in the playoffs. They call him Mr. Jones.
Yeah, man, that dude came up there with the goggles on.
Mr. October.
I laughed at Reggie Jackson. I ain't gonna lie to you. I laughed at Reggie Jackson, and I sat up there, and because it just the way he just looked funny. And I said, man, dude got a headband on with goggles. I said, bro, this dude's been balling since they started. Yeah, he look,
he's balling though. So that's not even the question. We like whatever he's doing it right.
Whatever he's doing it right. It's big ups, man, because no matter what Paul George do, Reggie Jackson is being consistent.
And
that's what it's about the playoffs. Consistency.
Yeah.
It's consistency.
That's the part. I'm like, what's going on? Who's this guy?
So, all right.
But Paul George, Paul George, I will say this. Paul George has been legendary as far as when it's time to step up and say, I'm the man of the squad. I got to drop this amount of points. He doing that.
So let me ask you a question.
I can't give him that.
Yo, easy. It's your go. Hold on, but I'm gonna start with this. I'm gonna start with this because I gotta play moderator. But what's his grade for tonight? I'm gonna watch it later. I just wanted to go live about it, talk about it. I ain't even watched it, but I know
I would give him a B+.
You apparently watched it. He dropped 40 tonight though.
But it was a different type of 40.
It was that part. That's why B+. It was a different type of 40.
Okay.
Yeah. Because he didn't do it by himself.
Let said it earlier.
Yo, Callie, let him explain it. Let him explain it.
What you said.
What you mean by different type of 40? And speak up.
You asking me or him?
No, I'm talking to you.
Me, I think it's a different type of 40 because in the first half he wasn't really like that guy. He wasn't hitting all his shots. He wasn't even being aggressive. But when that second half came, he dropped 20 in the second, in the third quarter, came out, dropped 20. And then in the fourth quarter, he just was hitting shots like, give me the ball, bang, give me the ball. I know that, you know what I'm saying? They needed a shot, they gave it to him. Reggie Jackson came through too. So he had a different type of 40. He showed up when it counted.
Reggie Jackson had 40?
No. PG had 40. Reggie Jackson was mixing it in. Like, you know what I mean? Like, somebody got to shoot the ball. Somebody else got to shoot the ball. Reggie Jackson was like, all right, then give me the ball. He had a dunk on a fast break one time. You know how he ran? Banged it on homie. So Reggie Jackson, got to give him his flowers too.
Okay.
He deserved that.
Definitely. Because PG put up them points, but Reggie Jackson just put people to sleep. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Marcus Morris too. He held him down in the first half.
Yeah, he put the chokehold on. He
was holding them down. That was a team effort.
Yeah. Reggie Jackson put the chokehold on when it was time to go to sleep. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, man, I give it to him, man. Because he put him in the feed. He put him in the feed. He put him to sleep when it was time.
Like, hold up. Get the ball. Get the ball.
Yeah, it was like PG tired. I choke out.
Let me take this. They do that. They gonna win. Show love to PG, man. Even though he did miss them free throws a couple games ago.
Let's drop a bomb for that nigga being playoff P tonight. And let me say this. This is why us as, I would say, casual fans of other players, but diehards of our own teams, right?
Right.
When we criticize a player, we're not being hateful, spiteful, but we're trying to get you in that headspace, my nigga, where you trying to prove us all wrong, like, fuck you, nigga, right?
Right.
Because that's the type of energy that's going to make him show up like he did on tonight on the brink of a limit. He got to do that 2 more times, though. Know what I mean?
Yeah, but, I mean, my thing is, the way he's been doing it, I think that it can happen. It could happen.
Because he did it before.
I believe in it. I believe in it. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And I've been rolling with
So let me ask you this, Isaiah.
Yeah.
What's more likely? That they win 2 of the next 3 or the Suns win 1 of the next 3?
More likely the Suns win 1 of the next 3. I mean, we know how this goes. Like, even with the, like, okay, I would say this, bro. When I used to watch Warrior series, like, I was not biased as far as what could possibly happen. Because, I watched the Warriors blow a 3-1 lead. You know what I'm saying? I watched them blow a 3-1 lead. And, that you was at my house for that. So that you seen that. You see, well, I was like, that humbled me a lot. I said, oh, man.
We talked about Harrison Barnes last night. We had to touch on that Harrison Barnes situation, but we're gonna get to that.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that. But
we covered that a little bit.
Low, no, he know. I went through that. So,
yo, my man Delano says, "What's up?" To the
what's
fam.
good?
Shout
what's
out
good,
to
Delano?
Oh, what's good?
Appreciate you, my nigga. You feel me? When nobody's watching, I know you watching.
Oh man, I see it now. Salute to you, brother.
God,
thank you.
You feel me?
For sure.
All the homies that getting out the mud with us, they already know.
Yeah.
You know you can join
Straight
that
up,
when you get that break.
Straight up.
But,
I'm over here. I got my I'm over here my 49ers. You know what I'm saying?
We about to print out the merch. No, the 49ers. You know how it is with the Niners. We got to have a show.
Yeah. I'm just
have a training camp edition.
Y'all niggas is late on the merch.
Yeah, you gotta get the merch.
Come on, bro. That's coming later. That's coming later.
Yo, shout out to Trey because I got some dollars for my little 49er shirts, man. So shout out to y'all, man, because You know, I'm coming at you, bro.
And we're gonna get off basketball for half a second, but
I'm gonna get a Kyle Shanahan hat.
My nigga Cali will tell you, bro. I got like 10 different hats. I wear like 10 different hats, my nigga. You feel me?
Facts.
I'm gonna get the Kyle Shanahan joint. You know the Kyle Shanahan joint with the little patch on the front.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get one of those. I need one of those for the closet. I gotta be able to pull it out.
Hold on. We gotta address this question. Delano asked, "What? Who wants a lighter? Mom. She awake.
Is Tyronn Lue the Lucky Charm coach?
No. Yeah. Let me ask it out loud. Is Tyronn Lue the Lucky Charm coach? If he gets past Suns, could he win another one?
Let me say something.
We're gonna start with you, Easy, right here. What do you think? And let him speak. And let him speak, Callie, before you.
No, for sure.
And then you can go next, and then I'll finish it off.
I've been thinking that same question for the past series, but they say it all the time. I don't think he's a Lucky Charm coach. I think that he's the best coach in the NBA in making adjustments in between the games. So like he'll say, all right, you're running a unit with a big man. All right, well, I'm gonna compact that. I'm gonna put a faster unit. I'm gonna play a bunch of guards, and like what's the nigga name? Batum. You know what's his name? Nicholas Batum. Batum. I'm gonna play him at the center.
Batum.
Yes, I'm gonna play him at the center, and we just gonna have a more athletic lineup, and that's gonna give your big man problems. So he making adjustments, and I think that shows the will of a good coach. It ain't luck because he did it. Like you said, he did it against Golden State. So he's known for doing these things. And they, in the beginning of the series, they was down to in the first round, they was down to Dallas 2-0. And the last round, they was down to who they played last round? Who
the Clippers played Utah. They played Denver.
No,
lost
Utah.
The first two games.
Came back.
It was Utah.
So I think that
it was
Utah.
Donovan Mitchell.
He made those proper adjustments. So that right there said, all right, he's a good coach. He makes the proper adjustments. That's not luck. That's something you got to have. But as far as the series, I still think the Clippers got a shot because in Game 6, they coming back to their home. They coming back to LA. They're gonna play Game 6. Then it's gonna go to Game 7 back in Phoenix. So the Clippers do have a shot. If they won this game made them alive. They're alive now, so they could potentially win the series. I don't know. It's a pick 'em for me. I ain't even got nobody just now after the Clippers won this last game.
To be honest with you, Phoenix has never been in this position before. So I don't think that Tyronn Lue is no Lucky Charm coach. No, like you say, he may be good at making adjustments and stuff like that. But when your back is always against the wall, teetering off a cliff, eventually you might fall off that fucking cliff. Like, you know
that's what I mean?
True. You're not just gonna be this fictional shit where it's Rocky Balboa and we run into the top of the stairs with our hands up type shit, right? It's not gonna happen, right? What's gonna really happen is you keep putting yourself in 3-1 positions, your ass gonna lose.
I don't think that's on purpose though.
It ain't gotta be on purpose, right? He's the coach. He's making adjustments, but at the end of the day, he gotta do more.
Yeah, it's dangerous for them.
But you got to think about it though. You ain't always. You don't always have a LeBron. You don't always have.
Winning basketball games is about, Isaiah, you know it like anybody else. Winning basketball games is about effort, my nigga. It ain't about it's about effort. Who want it more?
Who wanted
more? Because a dude can have all the skill in the world, and then you can make him revert back to how he played when he was a fucking child.
Right.
If you wanted more than he wanted.
Right.
That goes without saying. If you're playing basketball, you gotta want it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think he's a Lucky Charm coach. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think that Tyronn Lue is the truth because, man, the dude been around basketball a long time, and it's just like we were saying earlier, man. Like everybody, I was just watching All the Smoke, and everybody that know basketball don't always be in the game. Some cats sit on the sideline.
We're not
and don't never play.
We're not talking about that.
No, I'm talking about. No. Listen to me though. I'm saying Tyronn Lue. Just because Tyronn Lue is not been the best dude on the court, he know what he doing when it comes to basketball.
Yeah,
he was with the Lakers when he played. He was with the Lakers,
and he won a championship. We know that,
and he won championships.
But hold on,
so he knows something about winning.
Let's slow down for
That's
a second.
Zen master.
I'm gonna drop a bomb.
Straight up, he knows something about winning.
Now, fam, Steve or DSJ, you know what I mean? I'm gonna ask you your own question. Do you think Tyronn Lue is a Lucky Charm coach? If he gets past the Suns, or in general?
Yeah, I think Ty Lue was a bit of a Lucky Charm coach. I'll explain why, right? Okay, you got the same roster from last season, right? In essence, I mean, there's a couple of, you know what I'm saying, new additions and all that, but in essence, it's the same team from last season.
Lineup.
You get rid of Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers is a highly regarded coach in the NBA. Right. Even though he's got 29 losses in closing game situations.
It's a lot.
Right? Now, you switch Ty Lue, who has less experience than Doc Rivers as a head coach in the NBA, and he takes him farther. You know what I'm saying? I think a little bit of luck fell into his lap, you know what I'm saying, as far as that situation goes. I'm not discrediting him as a coach.
No,
but I think a little bit of luck played a part in that situation.
I agree with the LeBron and all that. No, I agree with that. He did fall into a little bit of luck.
When I say luck, I'm talking about luck in the series now. He lucky when he get a Kawhi.
Let him finish though. Let him finish.
PG and a LeBron. That's what I want to say. But I'm not to continue.
Yeah, let him finish because he might have to go back from breaking shit. You know how it is.
Nah, my bad.
Let my nigga finish. You feel me?
Nah, but I mean, even the fact that look at like I put in the comment, he's a 3-1 deficit is the lowest probability to overcome in any series, right? And how many teams have done it in history? You only got the Boston Red Sox that did it against our Yankees. Well, I'm a Yankees fan, so my Yankees.
Yeah, that's right? Like 04.
The Golden State Warriors over the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yeah,
and then turn around and see the Cleveland Cavaliers do it against the Golden State Warriors in the same year. Now here you are looking at the situation where you're facing the same odds because you was down 3-1, and here they are again fighting back. I wonder how much of it is again not saying he's not a good coach.
Nah, but they got to win.
Got a little bit of luck to it. You know what I'm saying?
If I was at the park, and we're not calling it park because they professionals, right? But
let me point something out though.
We won 3 in a row, and then they got 2. They got to win 2, and we got to win 1 out of 3. We winning that 1, dog. Or somebody and they we winning that 1.
But let me touch something. Let me touch something real quick. I just got to say one thing. Wasn't Doc? It's a question. It's a question. Wasn't Doc up 3-1 against the Rockets and he lost that series with Chris Webber?
Yeah.
So it's happened before. So it's happened a few times. Not that many times, but it's happened. So
it's happened. Yeah. Nah, it's happened. It's happened. Like you said, it's not that many times, but it's happened though.
Yeah, it's happened. And it happened to Chris Paul. So that's basically the point I was trying to make. Right. So you guys said something earlier about Chris Paul, this and that. They not used to, Chris Paul's used because that happened to him. So he looking at it like, oh, wait a minute, I'm not about to let this happen to me again because I'm in the conference finals now. When that happened, I was in the semis. So he's like, I'm 1 game away. I got to make it here. I'm on my last legs. So Chris Paul, this is important to him. But
you know what? Chris Paul was down. If we're talking about Golden State, Chris Paul was down 3-2.
Well, no, he was.
We took it to a game 7.
When he was with the Clippers. and Doc was coaching him.
When Doc had him with the Clippers, yeah.
They came back and beat him. Houston came back and beat him.
Here yesterday when we was talking about that. We was talking.
Yeah. Because I was gonna say I remember they had us 3-2.
Nah,
when he was with Houston.
The question that they asked.
Yeah, y'all came back and won that series. Yeah.
Yeah, we came back and won
in the fourth quarter.
The question was
we came back in the fourth. Facts.
Nah, the question that they asked.
29.
Nah, the question that they asked. Oh no, finish.
Yeah. I know.
0-29.
Yeah, missing all the shots.
That was the question that my uncle was asking. He was a big uncle. He was asking if Doc Rivers is a good coach, and he was like, "Nah, if they wouldn't have made that trade for Kevin Garnett and fucking Ray Allen, then he would have been fired from Boston before they won that championship. He had a losing record." So
you know what? That is facts. That's facts. That's facts. That's facts.
That's a great.
That's facts.
The argument came from what he gonna do. Can he get it with Ben Simmons? That's where the argument came from.
And see, that's what, and I believe that's what Unc's saying. Like, you got clout off of basically winning that championship with Boston.
Word.
Yeah,
you won the championship with Boston, and then that's what held you in the league for so long. Because what have you done besides that?
That's true.
I mean, your winning percentage is, is undeniable. The winning percentage is undeniable. But what the hell? You ain't won nothing other than that.
I hate to admit it. Doc is kind of overrated because when he was coaching with the Orlando Magic, they started they had the NBA record. They was like 0-26 at one point.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be completely honest right now. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be honest right now. The same way I feel about Doc is the same way I feel about Steve Kerr right now.
What you mean?
You inherited greatness. I'm being real, dog. Like you inherited greatness.
Hard on your coach.
What do you mean, though?
No, because it's real. You remember, Long? We watched it. Mark Jackson drafted them dudes. Mark Jackson was the reason for that. They just fired him a year too early.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Everybody, listen,
you feel me? They fired him a year too early. If they gave one more year,
what Golden State did to Mark Jackson, that was a little greasy right there.
That was backdoorish. It was backdoorish because. But you would have gave me one more. Mark Jackson would have been a champ, and
you know how they do us.
Yeah. But and that's the question we talking about.
Yeah, but that's what I was saying. That's why I said Tyronn Lue, I felt like he inherited something that he probably shouldn't inherit because he got LeBron James the moment he stepped in the league. You got one of the best players of all time when you stepped in the league. Now, I mean, I'm one of them dudes that say KD is one of the best to do it. I ain't really a LeBron fan like that. But LeBron is one of the greatest to do it. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think he's better than KD. But he inherited LeBron James. I mean, if you give one of us LeBron James right now, I mean, it don't take much. He could be the coach of the team. It don't take much. You know what? When momentum start to slow down, or we might have to call a timeout, but that's about it. Like, we ain't got to do much. LeBron know what he doing. He got it.
LeBron's a different species. He's really the coach of the team.
So now,
right. He really, because he get to play with everybody in the league. He know what he doing.
Tyronn Lue, you got to get Tyronn Lue his play. He's not all of that lucky because he's making the proper adjustments. And I look at that between games, the type of lineups like today, for instance, he played a lot. Zubac was injured, so he decided to play DeMarcus Cousins. That's your guy, D. He decided to play Marcus
Oh
Cousins.
man, shout out D Cousins.
His thing today.
You know I like
he
DeMarcus.
really stepped up in certain
Yo,
areas.
shout out Boogie, man. Shout out Boogie, man. Boogie got down. Boogie got down
He held
tonight.
it down. They slowed the pace. You know what I mean? So that was the key right there. They said, we're gonna pass the Marcus Cousins. We're gonna let him turn his back to the basket, and we're just gonna let him work. It was a mismatch because he was on Sarah. Am I saying his name right?
Yeah, sorry.
Yes. So that was a move right there. That was an adjustment right there. And he does things like that. I'll take it back to when he had LeBron on the team. You remember when they was playing the Warriors in the finals, and remember the Warriors was talking about that death lineup?
Yeah.
That death lineup? He had to make adjustments to that.
With Draymond at the 5.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that was that little man lineup.
Yeah, he was playing Timothy Monson. He had to take him out the rotation. If he wanted to compete, they almost won.
Now that we organically gotten off of Paul George, right? Let me ask Isaiah: was the Warriors running? I mean, I said running. Was the Warriors running a fucking triangle offense, or was they running a motion offense?
It was motion.
But you know what? I gotta touch that again.
But no, look though.
Yeah.
And when I say this, I don't want to say they was running motion all the time. I don't want to say they was running motion all the time.
No, but I mean, hold on. Let me specify my question. I mean the years before they got Kevin Durant. Those two
you
years.
How many? Wait a minute. Hold up. So
the year they won the championship, and then the 73-9 season.
No, they had been running that offense. But see, look, okay.
I just want to know those 2 years.
Okay. They was running triangle offense, right? They was running triangle offense.
No, they was running triangle principle. They was running motion.
No, they was running triangle. They was running triangle, but it was mixed with motion though. Because you see how everybody was moving.
That was on the MVP season for
you see how everybody was moving.
They wasn't running no triangle that season.
Everybody was moving.
But they never ran exclusive triangle. An exclusive
triangle. The triangle offense came from Draymond Green standing at the top.
That's
now
true.
You got two runners, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry. You got even with Iguodala and Livingston in the game. You got people that's moving. You have Leandro Barbosa.
I'm not saying I didn't notice.
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't notice triangle in their game. I did notice triangle in their game.
It was happening, but
backdoor cuts and nigga, when you got
that was motion offense. That was motion.
No, that's triangle. When you got three dudes on one side and they both.
Nah, but that's still motion too, though.
That's what I've been saying. I was saying that
because it's part of the triangle. It's part of the triangle, but it's motion.
What you say, Delano?
Yes, it's motion. I'm talking about the cuts.
Modified triangle offense because the way they was moving, it was always a guy in the corner. Specifically, if you look at the way the Knicks is running the triangle offense, right? And the way that they get everybody open for that corner three is the same way that Golden State was doing it. The difference is what the Knicks don't do is always give that extra pass the way Golden State was. So it was always.
But see, the thing is, with the Warriors was when the bench comes off, when the starters come off, the bench comes on, and we don't have them 3-point shooters anymore. So people have to, it's that corner dude is not that corner dude no more. So you have to basically come down and have people cut.
The type of sets they running. I said they have triangle principles. They always
because you had a lot of that 3-2. They was running a lot of 3-2.
Well, that's deep. We ain't gonna touch that. I'm talking about the sets. And the reason why I also brought that up was because remember when that fourth quarter when it was LeBron, it was the Lakers. No, my bad. I said it was the Cavs versus the Golden State Warriors. Now you remember when they went on that drought, and the fourth quarter, Harrison Barnes was missing all of those shots.
Yeah.
And that was pretty much the reason why they lost the finals because Harrison Barnes couldn't hit a shot. I was saying, all right.
It was Steph Curry too, though. It was Steph. It was Steph
too.
Played
a part. It wasn't only him.
It wasn't only Harrison Barnes. It was Steph too.
Greatest scorer offense. Why was it doing such a drop like that?
My man, you got to go back to work, or you good?
No, I got to go back to work. Yeah.
So say something profound if you can, my nigga. Before you gotta, you know what I mean? Yeah, blessing us.
No doubt. Hey, listen, when it came down to that championship run, right, with the Warriors, where Cleveland overcame the Warriors,
and let him speak because he can't be on.
Got it. Yeah.
No, for sure.
It's simple. Will to win and high IQ. Steph Curry cost them the game with the simplest thing. You couldn't get a simple pass to Klay Thompson on the wing. You wanted to do some fancy behind the back, and you threw it out of bounds.
Yeah, facts.
But that wasn't the hotel. I totally agree. Not gonna lie with you, I totally agree with that.
They went on the scoring drought.
Until 1 minute and
he tossed the ball out of bounds behind the back. It wasn't necessary. It wasn't necessary. Yeah, facts.
That did happen.
And it's one thing you can't do in close games is turn the ball over. You can't allow it.
Definitely.
Not at all.
Without giving a realistic shot at a score. And Steph Curry, the MVP of the league, cost them the game with that boneheaded play.
Let me ask you a question, Delano. Wouldn't you blame that on Steve Kerr for not calling that timeout in the last 53 seconds?
No. Turnover is a turnover.
Because everybody looked discombobulated. So in my mind, if everybody looked discombobulated, call a timeout. Don't let them make a discombobulated decision.
You know why? You know what?
Any logic in what I'm saying?
He put too much.
It is.
Play it, and it came and it hurt him in the end. Like I said,
I would have called the timeout. I was screaming at my. I was screaming at my TV. Call a timeout. Call a timeout.
You was at my house.
Now, if they had
you was at my house.
Why didn't they just say, you know what? Let's get in the set because we know if we could do this, we can get a bucket.
But that's why you call a timeout.
It was like a 5-minute drought.
You know what?
They didn't score.
I'm gonna tell you exactly why, Ease. And it's the same thing that cost the Oklahoma City Thunder. Everybody wanted to play hero ball.
Word.
Everybody wanted to be that big
dude. The Ty Lue. We talk about Ty Lue.
Bad pass.
Yes.
No. This is not Golden
State. It was a horrible pass.
It was. I agree with everybody.
Bro, playoffs ain't no time for behind the back and flashy, man.
That's not it. I want to give credit to Tyronn Lue for a second.
Hey, New York.
Tyronn Lue. He had that mentality because it's Game 7. He was like, "Yo, you know what? I'm gonna lock up Klay. I'm gonna lock up Steph. Somebody else is gonna have to beat us." So
but you know what though?
Harrison Barnes won. If Harrison Barnes beat us, fine, we lost.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Now
they elected to stay with Draymond Green as an offensive threat, then maybe they would have had better shots at the end because Draymond was carrying the offense in that first half.
And KD,
that whole game. The whole game.
Nah.
Draymond dropped 35.
But Draymond not dependable to win a game.
KD killed
Draymond dropped 35, though.
Remember how Steph shot them shots against OKC when he brought him back in that set? No, it was Klay. Remember he hit all those threes against OKC in the conference finals? Came out of nowhere.
But that game 7 against Cleveland, he dropped 35.
Facts.
Cool.
He dropped 35. Draymond dropped 35. And he was hot, and he was hitting shit from the top of the key. He was.
Yeah.
I mean, you couldn't ask for more from Draymond.
Like
Cali,
bro, you got the MVP on your team.
No, easy, relax. Yo, chill. Let me say this.
Knocking down, he was knocking down
To be honest, no, hold on. Let me say this.
Hold on. Let me say this.
You
get 35 points, but what you gonna do, MVP?
Let me say this. Draymond before KD was a fucking monster, my nigga. I'm not gonna lie. KD killed that nigga game, bro. Killed that nigga.
That was my guy. You know, that was my guy.
That nigga be bodying niggas up, punking niggas,
all the shit.
at like 6'6", 6'7", bro. That's a
He was
fact.
a solid player, but I ain't gonna say that.
Took all that nigga shots away, and then he just
That's
became
where Draymond got all this shit talking from. That's where Draymond got the shit talking from.
But
Draymond couldn't talk shit until he dropped that 35.
He been like that though.
Draymond he like Dennis Rodman to the Bulls.
But Draymond was talking shit, but he wasn't talking big shit until he dropped that 35 though.
Do y'all remember Draymond before y'all won the championship, nigga?
Yes. Draymond didn't have a thing to say.
No, look, listen to what I'm saying. One of the reasons that I like the Warriors and then I started hating on y'all is because y'all did not need Kevin Durant.
That's true. No, they needed him to get past LeBron.
But no, we didn't. No, we didn't.
No, they did not.
No, we beat LeBron the year before.
And they would say Kyrie. They would say Kyrie and Kevin Love was hurt. You know how it is. They would say Kyrie and Kevin Love was hurt. That's what they're gonna say.
But if they played, then it would have been a super team thing, and then all that.
Nah, I had no. I was rooting for Golden State. I don't root for LeBron.
No, I'm saying as far. I ain't talking about you. I'm saying as far as the media would have went, they would have said LeBron always been a super team. They had Kevin Love, Kyrie, and it was LeBron when all we had was Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green.
Yeah,
all the LeBron people could shoot, including LeBron. And we didn't have nobody that was
homegrown.
Kevin Durant made y'all a super team. Y'all damn near have 4 Hall of Famers on your team, son.
And that's after we won, though.
It don't matter. Draymond was
after we won.
I didn't know Kevin Durant was going to take away from Draymond's game as much as he did. You feel me?
But Draymond
didn't have a lot of game though. That was the thing.
That's not a fact, bro.
It is because Draymond had to help. Draymond didn't want to help. Draymond had to.
Yeah, he stepped up, and that's how you got to do it. And I mean, I like seeing that. It wasn't my team, but
it wasn't my team. Yeah, it wasn't that Draymond had to help. He didn't want to. When KD got there, it was virtually like, oh my God, somebody just saved me. Why you think they say that Draymond was the one pushing the hardest to get KD out there?
I don't like that mentality though, because you beg for a nigga and then you turn on a nigga. That shit is weird to me.
Okay, but let me ask you this. Okay, look, how many times we've been out there hooping? Millions of times, right?
That was a little.
How many times? I'm saying, how many times me and you done been on the court?
A lot.
How many times have me and you? How many times have me and you been into it on the court?
A lot.
And we still brothers.
It's just basketball, though.
You feel me? That's what KD was supposed to take that as.
Oh, when he was screaming in his face?
Like you can't come to the Warriors and think that it's all about Kevin Durant.
Number one. That was
still a Steph Curry here. It's a Klay Thompson. It's a Draymond Green.
See,
it's a Sean Livingston, and it's people that won championships here.
That's true. But when it came down to it, it was the reason they won those 2 times was because of Durant. Durant got the
MVP. No, definitely. But think about it like this: could Kevin Durant, as we just seen, constructively constructively right now with him on the Nets by himself.
He can't do that.
Do Kevin Durant look so great? And I like Kevin Durant. I'm a fan of Kevin Durant.
No, he did look great.
I believe Kevin Durant is a better basketball player than LeBron James. Facts.
But as far as getting it done, he couldn't do it by himself.
He can't do it alone. No one can.
Even Joe Harris, he couldn't hit a shot.
Right. It's too many teams with too much shit going on. And now,
but as far as Draymond goes, let me just say this about Draymond. I want to show respect to Draymond. I'm not hating on Draymond.
Yeah.
As far as Draymond goes, though, Draymond was known more for his defense rather than his offense. Right. Also, let me say this.
Facts. That's true.
Yeah, so that 35, that surprised me. I was like, you know what? That's true. That's great. Like, you coming through in the clutch.
Yeah. That's what made it. I was mad that they lost because Draymond did all that.
Yeah, on Draymond.
Yeah, I was like, though, I wanted to win so bad because Draymond did all that. To be honest, Draymond would have got Finals MVP.
Yes, but hold on. Let me get this.
They didn't lose that game.
Let me say this. Now, Draymond, right? He was like you saying, he the leader of the team, and he stepped up. He was a vocal point to the team. And as far as Tyrone Hill, he was lucky in this situation. Keep in mind, I say they're gonna win this series. I don't care if they down 3-1. I was like, I was watching the game unfold. Draymond Green got suspended for Game 6. They would have won that game.
Game 5.
Yeah, well, he got. I think it was Game 5 and Game 6. He got suspended.
Yeah, Game 5. We got suspended for the Game 5 because we lost Game 6 without him. He got suspended during Game 5 for the shit at LeBron, and then we had to go to the Game 7. Yeah. So it was Game 6. He missed Game 6,
especially being at home. They would have closed him out.
He missed Game 6.
But that was, and then LeBron. I felt like that was something the NBA did because they was like, "Yo, we got to get LeBron his ring.
We gotta give him a shot.
Like
at least give him a shot. Like, yeah. Because we don't give him a shot, he's gonna get blowed out the next 2, 3, 4 years.
We can't let that happen in the NBA.
And it's LeBron James we're talking about. It's the king. It's the dude that we crowned the king. We self-proclaimed this guy the king, and it looks bad on the NBA if the king is now getting dethroned already.
He definitely put the work in, though. We give him that.
You know what I'm saying? You getting dethroned already by a dude that just came out of Davidson. And another cat that came out of Washington State, you know what I'm saying? And another dude that just came out of Michigan State. You know, they don't want that. They don't want that. They didn't want them 3 dogs up there going ham.
Yeah, that was crazy though. That suspension. LeBron James, he provoked that way. He pulled him down. He just happened to step over him.
He pulled him down. He stepped over him, and when he stepped over him, I mean, as a man, you're gonna throw your hand. You're gonna do something to say, "Hey, dude, that wasn't even necessary. That wasn't even necessary." And when they did that, LeBron ain't like LeBron didn't get in his face, and ain't like LeBron didn't catch a technical.
We can't give Draymond a free way because he do some crazy shit, like when he kicked the nigga in his balls and that. Remember the what was that? When he
did it twice. He did it twice. He did it to the dude from Oklahoma City. The big ass Steven Adams. Steven Adams. He did it twice to him.
Yeah, he
kicked Steven Adams twice.
Twice. Right now.
Facts. Nah, that's real talk.
He's a little hothead. He was a hothead.
Draymond is a flopper.
But he should have never got suspended for that shit with LeBron. Basically.
Nah, but he had so many technicals.
Yeah.
You're going to get suspended.
You're right. I know,
that's one thing that I do say about Draymond. Draymond know the rules to the league. Draymond know what's up. If you get so many technicals, you're going to get suspended. So,
correct.
If dude steps over you and you know what's up, leave it be, Handle that another time.
Yeah.
You were slick enough to kick somebody in their balls and get away with it.
I think they should have rescinded that because it's Game 6 of the NBA Finals, and they can do that. They can let the game go, rescind the technical.
They can let the game go. Yeah. I mean, come on. It's Game 5. He stepped over. Dude. Dude took his little shot. Nobody got hit. Nothing. Let him play. Let him ball.
If it wasn't LeBron, if that was anybody else, they would have rescinded that.
It would have been something else. It would have been exactly.
What would have happened?
Yeah, that's facts. It'd have been something else. If it wasn't LeBron, it'd have been something else.
Yep. That's it.
And
if you know the game, you know what happened. You know basketball. You're like, yo, you know what? That was wild. I was in the finals. Now LeBron won. They're gonna say, oh, he made the immaculate block to win the game. It didn't even go down like that. They didn't come back from 3-1. They got helped. The NBA helped
really, because if Iguodala would have dunked that ball, bro, we would be having a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, that's true. But you know, a lot of things happen.
And that's a world-class athlete. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I think it was Iguodala's fault we even lost that game.
No, it wasn't Iguodala's fault. It was Harrison Barnes' fault.
Because Iguodala, bruh, that play right there.
It was a culminative effect.
But Iguodala has been ducking
them. Played a part in y'all niggas losing. Curry, Iguodala, and Harrison Barnes.
But Iguodala was the biggest part because you've been in the slam dunk contest.
But if look back at the play, Iguodala
you used to have Allen Iverson throwing you passes off the backboard.
Look at the replay and you see J.R. Smith swipes at the ball. So he can't take it straight up. He holds it. J.R. Smith swipes, it gets past him. He lays it up. That's when LeBron comes out of nowhere and make the block. So,
but when you dip up and under, like that, you finish strong. And if somebody get a what they call that, a flagrant or whatever, you take that like a man because nigga, this is the championship on the line. This is for all the marbles. This is for everything that we work for all season. You got to take that and slam that bitch. Because you seen when LeBron got fouled on his head, he still dunked it anyway.
Well, you know,
these dudes lift weights on the off season. They do a lot. You cannot sit up there and not dunk that ball. You were supposed to dunk that, and you fucked it up, and you try to come and look pretty, and LeBron made you pay for it. LeBron made him pay for it.
I think at first thought he was going to dunk the ball. When J.R. Smith came out of nowhere and swiped for that ball, he brought it down, and then he tried to lay it up. LeBron's like, nah, you can't lay it up now. It's too late. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that happened.
Now, I see what you're saying from the angle, but he was supposed to slam that. He was supposed to go up, and even if you didn't make it, you were supposed to go up and attempt to slam it.
Yeah, he probably.
So LeBron had no chance. What the fuck?
Y'all breaking up.
Hello?
Y'all hear me now?
Bro, you good?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, everybody broke up. Yeah.
No,
I'm here. You know,
I'm letting y'all go back and forth. I'm good. I'm here.
If it was the regular season, he probably.
I agree with you. I agree with you on that because would you say JR came up because JR did, and then LeBron caught him slipping at the end.
Yeah, that's how that happened.
But I just felt like when he came up and under, and he was supposed to. I felt like even just the attempt to slam it, that would have been a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just looking like LeBron just touched you off the backboard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Iguodala wasn't a good free throw shooter. Did he get some free throws and he missed some free throws at the end of that game?
He didn't even get a foul. Didn't even get called.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, Iguodala, he's a good player, but you can't count on him for hitting free throws. But that game, they make it seem like LeBron won it. Even though Kyrie hit that shot, they made it seem like it was LeBron because he made that block. I mean, that was a block. That was a great block, but they shouldn't even been in Game 7 because if they didn't suspend Draymond Green, they would have wrapped the series up. And that's
we probably won that game or the next game after.
y'all would have won that game because y'all was playing simply better than them. In that fourth quarter, that Draymond got, they was calling all of the calls for LeBron anyway. It was like they made it obvious. They was like, we want the Cavs to win. So
and that's why I tell people. That's why I tell a lot of people.
They definitely be rooting for that nigga, bro. They definitely. The last couple of years,
that's real.
He not
they root for LeBron.
Yeah, he's not the best player in the league no more though. And me and my niggas seen it like 5 years ago. We've been saying,
and it's hard for them to get over it.
Yeah, it is. They don't want to.
It's hard for the NBA to get over it because they hype LeBron James up so much. They hype this dude up so much. He's not even better than Kobe.
Nah, he not.
He's not even better than Kobe. Like I've been trying to tell people this for so long. That people talk about who's the GOAT, who's the GOAT, who's the GOAT. The GOAT conversation should be between Kobe and Michael Jordan. It shouldn't be between those damn.
I like
all time record.
I don't like that shit, and I don't mean it like that. I mean I like him as a person, as a commentator. But
yeah, I much love to LeBron
but
LeBron's not the best. He's not skill wise. Like
LeBron is not better than Kobe. So how the hell can he be better than Jordan?
He can't be. Kobe at his peak is better than LeBron. Jordan at his peak is better than LeBron. LeBron, you're gonna have all.
And maybe I'm gonna be honest with you. Maybe this is for me being biased. I mean, it can seem like it, but I don't want to seem like I'm being biased. I watched Kobe Bryant do shit that other dudes just. I'm a 91 baby. I'm a 91 kid. I'm a 91 kid. The first player I ever seen play basketball was Jordan.
Yeah.
But when I seen Kobe, that shit shook my mind, dude. Shit shook my mind, man. Because you don't find a lot of players with killer instinct like that. When I seen Jordan was something else. Jordan was a whole nother. Jordan was. I mean, he was the meaning of basketball. When I was born,
yeah, he was the meaning. He was like, you think basketball? You think
he was the meaning of basketball? It wasn't nothing else. It was Jordan. And then you turn around and you get a Kobe Bryant coming out in '98 after Pac done passed away and everything. You get a Kobe Bryant coming out. And Kobe was a fucking assassin. Kobe was an assassin.
It took a couple years for Kobe to get his own. Let's be honest. Though.
It did. You're right about that. It did. It took him a couple years. But if anybody know about, Jordan, it took Jordan a couple years too.
Nah, Jordan came out swinging. Jordan averaged.
No, I'm talking about because he couldn't beat the Pistons.
That's true. Yeah, he wasn't a winner yet.
Couldn't beat the Pistons by itself. You know what I'm saying?
He
had to come. He did come out swinging, but he couldn't beat the Pistons.
Yeah, that was a problem.
Once he got his squad together, and he said, "Man, Scotty, Rodman, Kukoc, Steve Kerr, all these man, what's the other dude? Tony Kukoc, man, Horace Grant, man, shit. The Bulls became the shit.
They was 1-3 in a row. Straight.
You know what I'm saying?
Came back, won another 3 in a row.
Them was the sharpest dudes I ever seen play basketball.
That's legendary right there.
Kobe Bryant, legendary.
Yeah, Kobe Bryant ended up getting Shaq. He was like, nah, I know I got Shaq on my team, but
I know I got Shaq.
Yeah,
but I'm the man.
This is my team. This is not Shaq's team.
And I'm gonna be real with you. This is what makes me feel like Kobe. And if we had a GOAT conversation, this is what makes me feel like Kobe was the GOAT. This is what made me feel like Kobe was the GOAT. After Shaq, we watched Kobe go through all the motions, the ups and the downs, the first round exits and the second rounds and this, that. Kobe was still relevant. Kobe was still in the playoffs. Kobe was still Kobe. But then it shows like everybody else shows. You can't do it by yourself. We all know that. Allen Iverson, he's a prime example. You can't do it by yourself. So when he got Pau Gasol,
he did it.
He did that again. So it showed you. It didn't matter about Shaq. It didn't matter about D. Fish. It didn't matter about Robert Horry. It didn't matter about Rick Fox. It didn't matter about none of the motherfuckers. Vlade Divac was Vlade left before Kobe got here. Yeah. He got, so it didn't matter about none of the greats that came before that or was with him during that. It was about Kobe.
It's Kobe's team.
It was a Kobe thing. It was a Kobe effect.
And Kobe, he get mad. He gets so much love because Kobe, I watched Kobe throughout his whole career. Kobe had them game winners. Kobe took over games in the middle of the games. Fourth quarter, took over games. I remember I saw the game when Kobe dropped 81. I saw that game with my eyes. I was doing my laundry.
I did too. I watched that on TV for real. Yeah. So I watched that on TV for real. That's a little before I got to Sacramento. He dropped 81 points on 5. That's when Jalen Rose was playing for the Raptors.
Yeah, he dropped it on that. Yeah. But you know what?
Yeah, that's why that commercial hella funny, because he was like, yo, how many olives you want? He was like 81.
81. And he just great.
He was like, nah, I'm just playing.
He getting that
I said, yeah. I fucked up. Yeah. I said, I fucked up, nigga. 81 olives, nigga. Ain't nobody ever had 81 olives on a mark, you know?
Come on, Kobe. How you gonna do that to me?
Yeah. How you gonna? Yeah. That was the funniest shit because his face looked like for real, my nigga 81.
That's
like
that shit right there, man.
And he looked in the air like, yo, I'm thinking about it. And he said, nah, I'm just playing. Inside, he know what I'm talking about. And then
little inside.
Yeah, a little inside joke. He know what I'm talking about. And then I fucks with that kind of shit because we city slickers and we talk shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm
to see it here that it was like yo, he the GOAT, man. He's GOAT. You
know what? Kobe Bryant, he had 81 points 81 points in one game. I'm gonna tell you right now, that wasn't his best game though. He played a game against
It wasn't.
And that says a lot. But what he did was he played against Dallas. I think he had 63 points at the end of the third quarter. And he had more points than the Dallas Mavericks did.
He did. But that was early. That was like prime career.
Yeah, so it's like you think about that. Like they didn't play him in the fourth quarter. They was like, we don't need him. So if you would have factored,
you know what I will say. His best game was against Utah, his last game.
Oh, yeah. Well,
And the only reason I say this, you know what? The only reason I say this, I'm going to be real with you. Because of the simple fact of the fashion of the team he had around him and the fashion it was done. Because I watched Kobe. I mean, but I see Kobe in a lot of games. I watched the 81 points. I watched the 40-point. I watched them beat Phoenix in the last seconds of the game with Steve Nash and Marion.
That was crazy. That was my favorite Kobe memory.
You know what I mean? When he pulled the shirt off, like, nigga.
That was my favorite Kobe memory.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I fucks with Kobe. But I feel like his best game was his last game because he said to niggas, I can still do this even if you don't even like me doing this. He wasn't on no Tom Brady bullshit, whereas I'm going to play till I'm 42. And I'm no, nigga, it's my last game, but I'm going to show y'all what I still got in the tank.
This is what I'm tired. It's a wrap.
Yeah, I'm retired. And I'm the best to do this shit, but I'm going to show you what I got in the tank right now.
Yeah.
I mean, just me as a basketball sports fan, I don't think Jordan could have did that at the age that Kobe did that shit at.
Well, nah, Jordan did do that. He ain't scored 60, but he dropped 50 a couple times in a row. when he was with the Wizards.
What at Kobe age?
Well,
when he retired?
Michael Jordan was like 40 when he did that. But Kobe, you got to keep in mind.
Well,
Kobe
I wouldn't put it past that. Well, he was with the Wizards though, right?
He was with the Wizards. He scored like 48, and he scored like 54 or 52 or something like that, back to back one game. But Kobe, by then, Michael Jordan, he had knee problems. Kobe had knee problems. Right. He was Achilles, so we really didn't get to see the real end of his career, Kobe.
The real, yeah, like nigga, this is what I got left, and this is what I'm doing, and that's why I said I feel like Kobe, as far as you know, and like I said, it might be it might sound biased or just on some West Coast or just because I'm not a Laker fan, I'm a Warrior fan, but Kobe Bryant is the best player to me. This is just to me. Kobe's the GOAT, man. Like like I said, I watched Jordan first, but Kobe. I mean, dude, like if you talking 90s baby, if we talking 90s babies, maybe to the 80s babies, and I would say that the 80s babies, Jordan was probably the GOAT, but 90s. If it ain't Kobe, then you know what I'm saying? Because I was born in 91 and I barely got to see Jordan.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I watched Jordan win a couple of championships, but I barely got to see Jordan.
Kobe Bryant,
Kobe Bryant was our Jordan.
Yeah,
Kobe Bryant was our Jordan.
If you never seen Michael Jordan before, now Michael Jordan was great, but that's the thing about it. If you never seen Mike,
no, I watched Jordan win them championships. I watched Jordan win a few of them.
That was the older Mike.
But that was the older Mike. My Michael Jordan was Kobe.
Yes, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And that was beautiful.
And it was beautiful because dude came out, them up and under the rim, tongue out, dunk it, all the shit. Like it was Kobe. You know what I'm saying? Like.
You know what, Kobe? Check this out. You remember? I don't know if you remember. You might remember. Remember they were still showing. Remember the Gatorade Coast commercials? Like Mike, if I could be like Mike, I want to be like Mike,
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Commercials. Kobe Bryant.
They started putting KG in them and this shit.
Yeah, that was Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant was one of those kids when the commercial was coming on saying, "I want to be like Mike." That was his You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was his shit. And he was one of the best high school players. And that's why I say, man, like, it wasn't like it's not no for me, because like I said, Mike was the first one I ever seen play. Mike was the first ever.
Mike inspired Kobe Bryant greatness.
But Kobe and I'm talking, this is for 90s kids. Mike is Mike, but
I want to be like Mike.
When 91, I watched Jordan win some championships and then I turned around and all you see was Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal. Like that.
Allen Iverson, T-Mac, Kobe. That's what we
saw. T-Mac, man, bruh, for real. Steve Francis.
We saw this. Steve Francis. A lot of those.
You know what I'm saying? The list goes on. Hardaway. Grant Hill. He was the one that the nigga was hurt and then turned around and got on the basketball game.
He was
NBA Live and shit.
Yeah. Yo, don't sleep. Grant Hill was good. He was like, if he ain't get injured.
No, Grant Hill was a monster. Grant Hill was a bruh. They wouldn't know what to do with Grant Hill.
He was like LeBron James at first, but we didn't get to see.
Yeah, they wouldn't know what to do with him.
Yeah, he was LeBron James. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because he had that big body. He had that big physical. He could jump up and do all the shit. So definitely, man.
But you didn't know because Michael Jordan was in the league. But
nobody peeped. No, was he still when Grant came? Yeah, Grant Hill did. Yeah. But Mike just came back. Mike came back, but Grant was hurt.
He was with Detroit. Detroit really wasn't building around him. So he went to Orlando.
He was hurt. He was hurt. So Jordan running through that. Jordan was running through that shit.
Jordan had to wait for, because like you said earlier, Jordan couldn't get past the Pistons. He had to wait to get Scotty.
And I'm talking like from 97 through, because he couldn't get past the Pistons. And this was before he even started winning championships.
It's like not in the 80s, 89.
This is the 80s. You know what I'm saying? Like, he couldn't get past the Pistons. So once he started getting his shit, and he tried to duck off of the baseball, and then now we talking about my age. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, I remember Jordan, and he was, you know what I'm saying, what, in 96, 97, 98, 99. It was Jordan.
Yeah, it was Jordan.
It's Jordan. My nigga, nobody else, nigga, it was Jordan.
It was Jordan. Kobe came on after Jordan. Only person that was really on
it was straight Jordan.
Was Iverson and maybe Shaq.
But you know what though? 98. I will say this: 98, 99, and 2000, and all that was Kobe and shit.
Kobe came on like in 2001.
Kobe got drafted in 98.
He got drafted in 96.
96, right? Yeah,
96. But see, the thing is,
it was Jordan. It was Jordan and Kobe.
Well, it was Jordan. Jordan retired like 99, 98. That's when AI, in my opinion, he stepped up. He held it down. Then Kobe started winning titles in 2001. So it was kind of going back and forth, even though Shaq was always getting
because Kobe won his first shit in 99. Like, it was like 99, because you remember they ran that 3-peat.
They won it in 2000. His first title. His first title was because he came on the scene.
For Kobe?
He won a dunk contest. Everybody knew Kobe. He made the All-Star team. I think he shouldn't have made the All-Star team, but he was young. He was that new, fresh face. They said he was going to be the next.
I thought they won from 99 through 2002.
Yeah, well, you can say the 99 season. 99, 2000.
2003 was when Detroit won.
Yeah, okay, you going to, yeah, I see what you're saying. That's true.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So like 99, 98, they came out. 99 is when he really broke, you know what I'm saying? And they got that 3-peat because in 2002 or 3 or whatever, that's when Detroit, you had Chauncey Billups and Rasheed Wallace and Ben Wallace and Rip Hamilton and man, that team, man, that was the real bad boys of Detroit.
Yeah, they had Tayshaun Prince.
Oh man, hey, you know what though? That's funny you say that because that was my favorite player on the Pistons was Tayshaun Prince.
Tayshaun, we was talking about Tayshaun Prince last night. I think. What we talking about?
Tayshaun was my favorite nigga on the Pistons. I swear to God, bro, right hand of Jesus, nigga. Tayshaun was my favorite nigga on the Pistons.
Tayshaun used to go hard. He used to go hard.
Him and Rip Hamilton was my favorite. I didn't really like. Oh, they had Ron Artest too. No, Ron Artest was on. My bad. He was on the Pacers when they had that little brawl. They had that fight in the Palace. Yeah.
I was watching the game too, and that happened. That shit was crazy.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, hell yeah. I remember that game because Ron Artest laid on that motherfucking. This is what I gave. I ain't gonna lie to you. This when I gave New York niggas all the. I gave New York niggas on some like real credit shit, like bruh. These niggas is hard. When he laid on that man, when he laid on that fucking announcer table, and he was sitting there, and as soon as that cup hit his face, and he jumped up, and he just I said, New York niggas be wrecking shit.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, that was the time I ever thought in my life. New York niggas be wrecking shit, cause he was laying on that announcer table, and as soon as the cup hit his face, Him and Steven Jackson fucking jumped in the crowd and let everybody have it. I was like, yo, oh no, them niggas be wrecking shit.
He went haywire that day.
He went ham. That nigga went ape, bruh. He went ape shit.
Yeah.
He went ape shit. That's when I said to myself, man, okay. Because I didn't know nobody from New York at the time. I said, New York niggas be going ape shit. I said, them niggas be going crazy. That nigga went through the crowd on niggas. He went through the crowd.
I remember what's the name? I remember Ron Artest when he played for St. John's. St. John's is in Queens. That's the college in New York. So I was like, yeah, they were saying he gonna be up and good, being good, but he was good, bro. He was, Ron Artest was almost won an MVP one year in NBA, like in 2000.
They did say that. You know he was supposed to win MVP with Sacramento.
Nah, well, yeah, maybe they thought because that was the year he came back. But when he came back with Sacramento,
they robbed him out of that. I'm not gonna lie. He was supposed to win. He was supposed to win that shit with Sacramento, and they robbed him. Like, I ain't gonna lie. It's like they did Melo. Melo was supposed to get that, and they robbed Melo out that Rookie of the Year shit.
Oh, the Rookie of the Year, Melo. Well, Melo did.
They told that nigga Melo he didn't get it because of a half of assist.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, he did average more than him. So
hey, he went to the playoffs.
Oh shit.
Nigga went to the playoffs.
He might have had it.
Didn't even make the playoffs.
But LeBron, they was showing LeBron so much love, putting him on magazines. It's like, yo, we gotta do it to him.
They was putting him on magazines. He was the king and the guy. Bruh, this nigga didn't even make the playoffs.
He was the chosen one. So there's like,
he was the guy. And then you get Carmelo Anthony, who ain't bigged up like that. And he turns around, he goes to the playoffs, and they cheated him. I said, that's bullshit. But that's how the game goes. I mean, it's kind of like nowadays, like Dame Dollar. Like Dame Dollar was supposed to get, I believe, either Dame Dollar or Steph Curry should have got MVP this year.
Well, Steph had an argument.
They gave it to fucking Jokic.
Jokic, yeah. They did give it to Jokic.
The fuck out of here.
Julius Randle should have got that shit, nigga. Fuck
nah, we ain't gonna go
You know what? You know what? To be honest, I never usually say this, but New York is right. Lyons is right now. Julius Randle really should have got MVP because who the fuck said? No, real talk. Because who the hell predicted the Knicks to come out of the East at all?
But they had teams.
Who predicted the Knicks to come and beat in the playoffs?
And Julius Randle,
the 4th seed in the East.
But Julius Randle, he has some good numbers.
No, I don't want to hear all this Julius Randle hate, bro.
I'm not hating on him. I'm being honest.
Randle was the man. Randle did handle his business. I'm not gonna lie. Randle did that. 24 and 10. That's a superb season. Like you know what I'm saying? Match that season. If you could do that 2 years in a row, then I'm like, yo, all right. Show him some. But imagine this. You
don't do that.
Let me ask y'all, being from New York, because y'all from New York.
Yeah.
Let me ask y'all this. When this shit happened with the Knicks, because I ain't even from New York. I ain't never been to the East Coast or nothing in my life. When this shit was happening with the Knicks, I know me, myself. I was on some shit like, yo, damn, I think the Knicks got a shot.
When what?
To make it to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Oh, because you went out. That's why I couldn't hear what you were saying. You said what happened?
Y'all didn't believe that the Knicks could make it to the Eastern Conference Finals.
This year?
Yeah, I believe they could have.
I thought they could too. I believe I have belief in them. I believed in them.
I think they could have made it past the Hawks. Like, the Hawks ain't even better than the Knicks.
Nah, the Hawks is in the Eastern Conference Finals. I was like, yo, they could get
I'm
past
gonna be real. The Hawks wasn't even better than the Knicks. And them niggas look how deep they is.
That's true. I thought the Knicks would handle them. I was wrong. It told you that I was wrong because the Hawks is better than what we thought.
You know what happened? I picked the Knicks over the Hawks, and then the Hawks made me pick the Hawks because they beat the Knicks.
That's why I was so disappointed in Julius Randle, because I really felt like that. I felt that they had a team that can do that with the defensive minded. So, you know,
right.
But defense,
and I mean, shit. Shout out to Julius Randle because that's a tough Dallas nigga. And I met a lot of motherfuckers up there in Texas, man. Those are tough motherfuckers. Yeah. Julius Randle, man, he's straight out the D. He out the D. So I felt like he was tough enough to, he embraces that New York attitude, and I felt like whoever came out of that Atlanta, New York series is gonna probably take the East. To be honest,
so I'm judging him harshly. He get harsh judgments from me because he didn't show up in the playoffs, and I got to be honest. You know what I mean? Like I hate it.
I feel you. Yeah.
I'm not a hater. I like Julius Randle because we found him, and I said we got lucky finding him because in a sense we kind of did, but we got him. What we gonna do? You can't.
I kind of feel like that about Steph. I feel like that about Steph this year.
Well,
when it comes to Steph Curry, I kind of feel like that about Steph this year because Steph lit it up for so long. I felt like, man, just a little longer. Just a little longer. If you could have lit it up a little longer.
Get past that.
We could have heard some noise at the right time. You know what I'm saying? Right. We could have got them weak ass Lakers in the first round. Them soft ass Clippers in the second. Them banged up different nuggets in the third or whatever. We could have did that.
You gotta show love to the Clippers because Tyronn Lue got them boys playing.
No. The Clippers, I don't hate against them. Because I feel like Tyronn Lue.
Kawhi. Because think about it, they don't even got Kawhi, and they in the Eastern Conference.
Some of the best basketball that they've been playing.
Yeah,
I mean, since Tyronn Lue's been there, since Paul George, Kawhi, everybody. Man, I mean, they playing some of the best basketball since dating back to fucking DeAndre Jordan and Chris Paul and Blake Griffin.
I would easily say, they gonna win a title. I said this to my cousin a long time ago. I was like, the Clippers, before the playoffs started, I said the Clippers got the best team in the NBA. If Paul George could show up, and they got Kawhi, but Kawhi got hurt, I don't really expect the Clippers to do anything else, but I'll watch the game. I'll see what happens. But the Clippers got the best team.
Yeah, what pops next? Facts.
We'll see what happens. I'm gonna watch the games. You know what I mean? I think Curry had a great season. You know what I'm saying? He had a great season.
I feel like he should have got the MVP shit because I feel like he should have got the MVP because the team. The team that was around him. A lot of people said, man, they ain't gonna do this, they ain't gonna do that, they're gonna be the bottom of the league, and they almost, like they was a play-in game away from being in a playoff.
I think if that would have happened, he might have got the MVP, but his team ain't make the playoffs. So they looking at it like,
and then on top of that,
and he got 2
come on, bro, it's Steph, bro, it's Steph. By himself shooting threes. He's shooting threes. Mama ain't take a lot of twos.
Wardell.
It's Steph.
I love Steph Curry, man. Because
it was Steph-less.
I love Steph Curry, man. Because he's like you said, he's a shooter. Like he don't care. He gonna hit a shot from the logo.
You don't give a damn about the damn 2-pointers in the key. He dropped 62 on Portland.
Yeah, he dropped it.
He dropped 62 on Dame Dollar. That's why I was like, I mean, what do we do after this? Because it was really Steph's for the taking as far as he got him. Now, what he didn't do, he did. You know what I'm saying? Not making the playoffs. Yeah, I agree with that part because you didn't make the playoffs.
That's why.
But LeBron James and them knew they was gonna get eliminated because LeBron James didn't even want to do the play-in tournament.
LeBron like, yo, there's too much playing for my knees.
Man. He didn't even want that smoke. He didn't want that smoke.
He's like, I can't do this too much longer.
But you got Uncle Shay Shay and them on TV talking about he the greatest of all time. I don't know how. Because he didn't want the smoke in the play-in. Now, if you're the greatest of all time, you want all the smoke. Steph Curry said it. I want all that. I want all the play-in. I want all of it. Now, that's how you talk when you want to talk some bullshit. You ain't going to talk some. That's how you got to talk it.
You got to talk that tough talk and you got to back
You got to talk that talk. You know where we come from, man. You know where we come from. From New York to California. We got to talk that talk and walk that too. Because ain't nobody having that.
Steph Curry from the suburbs in Carolina. So
you know what I mean? But he still came with that. But he bought that California, I don't give a damn to California.
Yeah, he got it. Yo, you know what I'm saying? Like same thing.
He knew. He got Oakland in the Bay Area and said, you know what? Oh, they don't give a fuck. I don't either. They ghost ride the whip. I'm gonna ghost ride the team, nigga.
They said, yo, we keeping Steph because Steph, we see more promise in Steph. They traded Monte Ellis. You know what I mean? So
get him out of here. Get him out of here, because he had to go anyway. Monte, wasn't nobody right, bruh. Once that I Believe team shit died, Monte had to go.
Monte, it was a wrap for him. Who's
it was a wrap. Ain't no more
Steven
Jackson. Ain't no more goddamn Al Harrington. Ain't no Andre Beatrice. Ain't none of that shit.
Yeah, what's up with B Davis? B Diddy.
Oh no, B Diddy, my nigga B Diddy Bop. I fuck with him. I fuck with my nigga Diddy Bop.
All right.
Everybody else was trash. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I mean, they had a run. It was a surprise though when they beat who they beat that year? Who they beat? They beat Dallas, right?
We beat Utah.
Oh, we beat Utah.
That one we dunked on Karolinko, and we beat the Mavericks.
The Mavs, yeah, Dallas, yeah. Y'all beat Dallas the first round. That's when
we beat Dallas first round, nigga. Greatest upset ever.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, greatest upset ever. It was.
Hey. But let me tell you something. You know when he dunked on Karolinko?
Yeah, BD Diddy, right?
I was at the game.
He was holding it. He altered it. I was like, wow, okay.
I was at the game.
Oh, he was there when he did that?
I was at the game.
Crowd was going crazy.
I was at the game. That's one of the best moments of my life. And you know what? I got the tickets for free because my cousin Free PA, he had tickets because he used to do the community shit in the hood. So, he had the free tickets. He took us up there. Man, yo, when I say that shit was, you fuck around and people be so loud, you can literally, you can bust an eardrum. That shit was real. Yeah. Shit was real.
About that when they was in the playoffs, they would be at the Oakland College. What they call it? Arco?
Yeah, that was when they was at the Oracle. They was at the Oracle.
Yeah. Yeah, they get a lot of love, man. They were showing them love.
You know what I'm saying?
The boys love. I was like, yo, I want to be out there.
We got the seats. We got the seats a little before the second row.
I've been out there. I've been in the Garden quite a few times, so I know the Garden.
Yeah. We got the seats before the second, and when he did, but the seats back then was, they wasn't shit because nobody really believed in the war. As far as Cali, and so, when that went up like that, man, it was cool to see. Cause I've been in Niner games and we got our ass kicked and it, but when I seen that at a basketball game, I said, man, these dudes are surreal. But I mean, New York could tell you, I was like on some shit like after the Warriors start disappointing you so much, you just stop watching them. Like I had stopped watching them for a minute. And then a young dude by the name of Derrick Rose came in the league. And you know, I said to myself, damn, you know, this dude is, you know, I mean, he coming through, he laying, you know, Derrick Rose is my favorite player when he came in.
He was let me hit that three against in the first day of the playoffs against, I think it was who they was playing against, the Celtics. That game winner three.
Nah, that was against LeBron and them.
Oh, that was LeBron. I forget.
When he hit the game winning three on LeBron.
Yeah, hit the three. I was like, yo, who the fuck is this? Who is this? I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I remember him. He played in college. I remember him from college.
Yeah, D Rose, man. Mastermind.
MVP next season.
Mastermind, dog. Like mastermind. D Rose is a mastermind, dude. D Rose is. That was. I mean, shit for Chicago. D Rose is the next Jordan.
He was. They had him.
Chicago. If we talking about the Chicago Bulls, Derrick Rose is the next Jordan.
He was slated.
If we gonna talk about Chicago Bulls, but if we talking about the next greatest of behind Jordan, it was Kobe. Man, it was Kobe, bro. Like I don't give a damn what nobody said. All that LeBron shit, that shit out the window, dog. I'm gonna tell you right now, and Blue is a witness to this. My man, bro, my pop Blue is a witness to this shit. Nigga, Kobe was the best behind Jordan.
He was. I mean, yo, I might not want to admit it because I hate the Lakers. But he was.
You know what I mean? Like I'm talking about just players, though. You know what I'm saying? And then I will say this: what about Steph Curry? Steph Curry do got 3 rings.
Yeah,
Steph Curry, he won one with just Klay Thompson and Draymond.
They won't give him because he never got a Finals MVP, so he'll never get that what he might deserve. Because simply he won the Finals, but he never got an MVP. People gonna hold that. They try to find little things to hold against certain players, and they say, "Oh, he can't play D." All right, cool, you know, but he got
He's
rings.
a point guard.
You can't say he James Harden. James Harden is a superstar in the regular season, and
he's a point guard. Yeah, he's a point guard. Like James Harden almost won MVP how many damn times without playing no defense?
Without no D. But he don't play in the play. He regular starter. You know,
James Harden be traveling like fuck.
I was reading the what is it
the
called?
Nigga takes 4 steps back and then hits a 3. Nobody sees that shit. Like
you see how you remember that All-Star game when Russell Westbrook was making fun of him and he took the 4 steps
and he took
back?
all the steps back.
Steph?
Russell Westbrook was making fun of James Harden.
What happened? Who's making fun of
Westbrook was making fun of him at the All-Star game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. About how many steps he take back. You can't walk up to the fucking 3-point line dribbling and then take 4 steps back. And then act like, bro, that's traveling.
Yeah, that is traveling. Harden be getting
even in the streets, that's traveling.
He can't do it in the playoffs. They had a little thing.
Yo, look up because I know both of y'all got YouTube, and I don't mean to cut my man's off. I know both of y'all got YouTube. If you look up James Harden traveling, Candace Parker said that shit. He be traveling. the nigga took 4 steps back, and Candace was like, bro, that's travel.
But you know what,
Candace Parker was like, nigga, that's travel. You can't take that many steps back and then shoot a 3.
Everybody know that's a travel. It's crazy because he get away with it too. But you know what? Remember how I was talking about Reggie Jackson?
That's what Candace Parker was talking about. Like, bro, he's getting away with that shit. Everybody's just doing it, and you know nobody's peeping it. People see this shit.
Yeah,
that's not right.
You know what they were saying?
Nigga, Steph Curry don't take 4 steps back before he hit a 3. Steph Curry a step back on your ass, 1 step. and then launch that bitch and then go in.
They were saying Reggie Jackson. I was reading the comment. They said Reggie Jackson is already a better player performer than James Harden
in the playoffs.
In the playoffs, Reggie Jackson. I'm like, come on, that's like the ultimate insult for James Harden. Reggie Jackson. They said Reggie Jackson is a better player performer than you because it's true. It's true.
But it's really not though. Is that a lie? Is that really a lie?
It's the truth, bro. Because James Harden.
I'm not gonna say that. You gotta think about that because Reggie Jackson is really, nigga, he looking like the truth.
He looking like the truth. James Harden ain't nowhere to be found. He probably a better player in the regular season, but when the playoffs come around, I ain't gonna lie to you.
If I could get Reggie Jackson right now, I'm gonna be real with you. If I could get Reggie Jackson right now on the Warriors with if I can get Reggie Jackson right now on the Warriors, but Clay, Draymond, and Steph. And then we just plug Wiseman in at the fucking 5. Who gonna fuck with that squad?
You saw that deal I was reading today. They said that Golden State they thinking about making a deal for Siakam, Pascal Siakam.
I would take that too. I would take that too.
They said they want the 7th pick and James Wiseman for Pascal Siakam. Would you do that deal?
I would do that. I would do that deal. Because you gotta think, we got that kind of offense. We can plug anybody in. We can plug anybody in, and then once we plug them in, now look, think about this: Steph, Clay, Draymond, Pascal Siakam, and you get any center you want to. I mean, shit, you could damn near keep Kelly Oubre.
Well, you still gonna have.
You're gonna be a little undersized. You're gonna be undersized with some teams.
But you could trade one of them dudes for a center.
But we still got Kevon Looney.
Looney gonna fit. You really Golden State the way they play. You don't really need a good center. You just need a big body. Somebody
that's it here.
That's how that go. But oh yeah,
you know
what I heard? I heard the Knicks might take a run.
You gotta speak up. I can't hear you. What you say? The Knicks might do what?
The Knicks take a run for Devontae Graham.
3 for 6. All right.
I heard we've been in the run for everybody, bro.
In case you need change.
Devontae Graham, man, he might be a good look because he a shooter. He be pulling from deep. You say you watch Knicks games, so you see him, especially last season when he beat the Knicks at the last second. Devontae Graham, he on the Hornets, and the Knicks need a point guard, and he gonna be available. So the Knicks might make a run at him.
I mean, I would even say, you know what I should think the Knicks should do if it's not a big name, and this is. I mean, shout out to y'all team, dog. But I always give Lyles a hard time whenever you fuck with me. And the Knicks are an up and coming squad. The Knicks are an up and coming team. And let me find this. Oh, okay. So I'll turn this TV down a little bit. The Knicks are an up and coming team, and I want a lot of people to understand that. I mean, my brother, no, I ain't no Knicks hater. I think that at this point right now with the New York Knicks, it's either keep the team constructively as they are, or you gotta go make a splash for somebody bigger.
That's what they were saying last night. They want to make a splash for somebody bigger. But who?
It can't keep settling for It can't be settling for mediocrity. It can't keep happening.
I feel you, but
it's New York. It's New York City, dog. Like, bruh, I'm from San Francisco, where a lot of the shit we get comes from New York. A lot of this shit that niggas might say or wear or this or that shit comes from New York.
Well,
and that's just being honest. Now, that me saying that is to say that I believe y'all are a trend-setting city. It's a trend-setting city. True. It's a trend-setting place. It's a trend-setting area.
We used to be.
Nowhere in hell that nobody wants to come play for the damn New York Knicks.
Well, definitely the Giants ain't. We ain't gonna say that. We definitely know the Giants.
I mean, that's football, though. You know, football is a different sport. Football is a different sport. But we talking about the New York Knicks. We talking about the New York Knicks.
Yeah.
New York Knicks is always gonna be the biggest thing in New York.
That's true. You're right. You're 100% right. But they can't do it. They can't just make a big splash because what kind of splash you gonna make? They don't have enough pieces to splash. Ain't no water gonna come up. You know what I mean? They're just gonna jump
because they do. After what y'all just did this year, who the hell ain't gonna want to come play with a tough ass Julius Randle? Who ain't gonna want to come play with a revamped Derrick Rose?
Nah, you gotta understand.
RJ Barrett.
But I want to see Julius Randle do it 2 years in a row. That's how I feel. He did it 1 year.
I understand that. I get that. I feel that.
Yeah, but I don't want to give a bunch of money to somebody that can't do it again. Because then you being salary.
No. I ain't talking about the money. I'm saying they need to get somebody in that building who says, you know what? Hey, Jay Randall, D Rose, RJ. What's the one dude y'all got with the dreadlocks, the funny dreadlocks?
Bullet. What's his name? Reggie Bullet.
Bullet. The nigga that be shooting the threes. Yeah.
Yeah. But you gotta understand. Check this out.
It takes for somebody to come in and say, you know what, I got this.
Somebody might come and throw D Rose that bag, and then it's like, all right, we ain't got D Rose no more. Somebody might throw Bullock a bag. Now we don't got.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I truly believe that role was supposed to be for Kevin Durant.
I think so too, but
I honestly believe. I all this super team shit, I don't care for. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't care for. It's ridiculous. Everybody want to be on everybody else's team, and come on, dude. If you want to do that shit, just go play 2K. To be honest, if that's all the hell the NBA is coming down to, go play 2K.
Put the best players on one team.
Yeah, just make your own team and just win all the time. And tell me how fast that gets boring.
What's up, baby?
Because it's gonna get boring. It's gonna get boring as hell.
It's like, yo, that's true. It's like, yo, who you want to lead your team? Because you got this all-star, you got this all-star. You know what I'm saying? Who
the hell is really the leader of the team?
Who will be the leader? I used to have
and then all y'all getting hurt. Like
I used to take turns with the players. I used to take turns.
Yeah.
Players on the team. I was
who turn is it tonight? Who turn is it? Yeah.
Have a good game. But
who turn is it tonight? Who's dropping these numbers today? Who's doing this? Who's doing that? I don't want his numbers to drop, so I gotta make sure and it's ridiculous. It's no more, like how Allen Iverson did, and other players did where they just stayed with one team.
Dirt.
Rest in peace, Kobe, because one team.
One team.
Even Dame Dollar, I give Dame Dollar that because Dame Dollar's been on one team his whole damn career. Steph Curry been on one team his whole damn career. Klay Thompson, certain in the bit, all this joining the forces and what the I don't even like that shit. To be honest, I felt like KD was supposed to go to the New York Knicks, make a statement, and show, yeah, I belong here. I can do this. I'm the great. Imagine KD with Julius Randle and D Rose and Bullock and dudes like that around that can shoot. And they had defense with Tom Thibodeau and them up there. Bruh.
I mean, the Knicks is a different. You got to know the Knicks. The Knicks is different. I said, yo, you know what? you say somebody got to come in the door. Who gonna come through the door? Nobody gonna come through the door and just change the franchise. That's not gonna happen. That's why I'm like, yo, they got to stick with RJ because he might be that difference maker.
I mean, but shit, Julius Randle did it.
Well, we got Julius Randle. And the next problem is people, they talk about RJ Barrett, and I hear a lot of slander on RJ Barrett. I don't understand it. But the thing is, RJ Barrett, they don't have no shoes.
No, I like RJ Barrett. I like RJ. I like RJ Barrett.
Yeah, it's just a lot of slander. And it's like, I think that you look at the inconsistencies in certain in the part of the game, but the inconsistencies is the team. They don't have, you know what I'm saying?
They're not letting him grow.
The space shit, they need spacing for these dudes. Like, you guys, I don't know if you understand when I say spacing, they need shooters. They need to make lanes, give them lanes to get to the rack, stuff like that to get the best out of them. Julius Randle, he's perfect to be with RJ Barrett. And I love Julius Randle because Julius Randle's a big man. He can shoot. So it's like, who else? You know what I'm saying? We need somebody else. We can't do it with them two guys. It's great that we made playoffs, but Julius Randle, do it again. But don't put all of it on Julius Randle back. Get somebody else to hold it down. You know what I mean? When nobody's shooting good. And it's like, and then RJ, you know, it's time. I want to ask you a question, though. You willing to give up on James Wiseman already? It's like y'all just both clicked off. RJ. Show some love to RJ. I'm looking up RJ. Somebody shows him love, man. That's just starting to get me mad. They wasn't trying to show love. PG stepped up.
Yo, my bad, my dude.
Nah, it's all good.
Nah, I heard you. I was just niggas ate my damn chicken, and I was peeping the fucking bowl. I'm like, yo, hold up.
It's all good, bro. It's all good. I just what's your take on Wiseman? They should trade him or they should keep him?
I think he had a lot of upside. My thing is with the Warriors, with the thing I'm getting sick of about them is that the fact that we had a formula. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We had a formula with this shit. Like as far as winning and you know what comes in and what's great and what's not. I feel like we're kind of starting to lose that. And it's like, you know, oh, we won, you know, we lost. And we, you know, let's go get Wiseman. The fuck?
Well, you know what I'm saying? You're willing to keep Wiseman. You think Wiseman is good enough to keep? Or you willing to just throw him in the deal?
I ain't gonna lie to you. No. I don't like I like Wiseman as a player. I'm not gonna lie to you. I like Wiseman as a player, and I think he could be somebody's some team in the NBA can make Wiseman be great. I don't think it's the Warriors.
Because that's not their style of play. Yeah, I agree with you.
Not their style of play. It's because we don't work through a center. Y'all was supposed to go get Andrew Bogut back and then get some great players to surround that kind of shit. So we got a good starting five. Y'all wouldn't got Wiseman and then.
I mean, you know what? Wiseman was the best player available. They had what, number 3? They was the best player available. What I think they should do with Wiseman is you got to keep in mind I like Golden State.
I would have went and got what's his name from Minnesota?
Anthony Towns.
No, the other dude, the rookie dude.
Oh,
the one that dunked on dude is damn near set on him.
He was gone already though.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, that's if it had to happen, I would have snatched him. But no, Wiseman was.
No, I understood it to get Wiseman because you got to
think. Was Wiseman first?
Yo, if you a Warriors fan, you got to be prepared, man. It might be some tough times being a fan for the Warriors because you got to understand they got Klay signed for a long-term deal. They got
it's Klay, Steph, and Draymond. We got Klay, Steph, and Draymond.
If Klay don't come back the same, y'all just gonna have to eat that contract, and y'all gonna pay him his money. I mean, it's not like he ain't deserve it. He deserves that.
Yeah, no, he does. But you gotta think Klay is a shooter. Klay not no dunker. He ain't no dude that just.
But I mean,
Klay just like to shoot. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta think this is his first injury.
Trey tore his Achilles.
To be real, before it even really happened to him, it was just.
He tore his Achilles shooting by himself.
Yeah, he was just shooting.
Yeah, he tore his Achilles coming off a knee injury. So it's like, yo,
but because of the dunk, he tried to dunk during the finals against the Raptors. He went up for the dunk. What's that nigga? Jeff Green or whatever. He tried to block it. He didn't go off for no dirty shit. He just tried to block it, and it made Klay come down awkward. And then as Klay got over that injury during practice, he wound up coming down and tearing his Achilles. Now, I'll be real with you. It sounds similar to who else?
Kobe.
Kevin Durant.
Nah, Kobe had that. Kobe tore his
shit. Kevin Durant took his knee up and then turned around.
Yeah, bro, you should have said something. I didn't even know you was in the back still.
You know.
Back in the chat once again was popping, fellas.
All right,
yeah. Kevin Durant tore his leg, and then he turned around and tore his Achilles. And then it was a similar, the same injury. And it was kind of like, damn, like, first is KD and then Klay Thompson.
Well, that's the thing. Y'all might have to eat those contracts from Klay Thompson. Now, like I said, he earned it because he won all those rings.
Klay earned it. Every dollar I would pay him, even if he didn't play again. I would pay him every dollar, every dime because it's Klay.
But then you got
Klay is one of the best shooters of all time.
So I could understand if they keep Wiseman because it's like they're gonna have to switch their style eventually. They're gonna have to go inside out.
It's future references, like it's future things.
I understand Wiseman got potential, and he's gonna grow with Steph in the lineup. So Steph is gonna be one. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be kind of like you got a big man, you got a small guy.
Think about this though.
That might be the situation for them to continue to win because if they keep getting hurt, what's y'all just gonna be paying him money? Draymond, he kind of falling off a little bit, but he can still make a difference. But y'all got a young piece, y'all got to keep that guy because Andrew Wiggins ain't gonna do it for you.
Hell no. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Andrew Wiggins, I feel like he should have been traded the year we got him.
If they got to pick this year,
they should have traded him the year we got him.
They need to draft somebody, and they just need to go into like a mini rebuild.
I don't know what the hell Andrew Wiggins is still doing there. I don't know why. I don't know who upstairs making that call to make him say we keeping him. But I'm gonna be real with you. That's if I found out who was the hell up there saying that shit, I would be like, you fired if you don't get him out of here. Because there's nowhere in hell we still got Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah. They want to put him in that thing right
for though. Why y'all got both of them?
What?
Who?
Kelly Oubre and Andrew Wiggins. What's the need for both of them?
That's my point. I would keep Kelly Oubre before I keep Andrew Wiggins.
What you say, Easy?
They want somebody to play that Andre Iguodala role.
Yeah, and he's not that. He's not that.
He's gonna come off the bench.
Wiggins can't play defense like Iguodala did.
But he can play defense.
He can play defense, but he ain't not like Iguodala though.
But that's not. It's not. You're not gonna find the same player all the time. It's like, yo, you know what? You don't have to worry about scoring. Just play defense.
Yeah, but I mean, shit. How much of that do he do? And you know what I'm saying? If you really watch the games, he don't even do much of that.
But he athletic enough to play D. We know he can play D. He was number one pick in the
Like
draft.
he don't even really play deep. Like he just kind of just, it be stops here and there, but you're not really playing deep. Like, I mean, shit, you could have went and got, you could have took Andrew Bogut back
to what they trying to do as a team.
But what they really could have did was to free up some money. All you had to do is go get Andrew Bogut back for the veteran minimum. You could have took Andrew Bogut back for the veteran minimum. And then you trade Andrew Wiggins and get value for him.
Nobody don't want
Kelly Oubre. I mean, you can do what you want with him, but
okay, let's go. I'm gonna ask you this question one more time, bro.
Yes, sir.
Who is gonna take on that contract? That is a huge contract.
What, Andrew Wiggins?
I'm not. If I'm a GM, a front office executive, I'm staying far away from Andrew Wiggins' contract. Whether he can produce or not ain't the question.
But it's not a lot of. I mean, but think about the teams though that probably could use him more so than we could. Because I mean, think about it. We got Steph locked up. We got Dre locked up. We got Clay locked up. We got people that's locked up and locked in. We don't need him. I mean, you could have sent Andrew Wiggins to Atlanta. You could have sent Andrew Wiggins to Philadelphia, some places where they could really probably use him.
In the same division, who's gonna go out LeBron?
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Like we can't really use him. Like
let's play devil's advocate for a second. Okay, you trade him to Philadelphia, right? Or you try to make the trade to Philly. What are you getting back from Philly?
I mean, shit. You can send Seth. You can send. We'll take Ben Simmons at this damn point.
But okay, I can see the Ben Simmons deal, but you got to.
I'll be real with you. I take Ben Simmons at this point because what the hell is Andrew Wiggins there for?
Nah, but what else you were saying? He's cool.
Now here's where they're gonna look at it and be like, nah, we're gonna need something else, right? Because everything is about, again, they gotta mutually find something to benefit both teams. Now you taking away my starting point guard. I'm stuck with no point guard. I gotta rely on basically.
No, but that could be our point though. Like if we take and I don't mean to cut you off, if we take Wiggins and send him to, if we send Wiggins to Philly and we get Ben Simmons, then that could be the guy that now when we coming down court on a fast break, when we got Steph and Clay on the wings. If we got Steph and Clay on the wings, I mean, he could possibly pump fake a pass or two and then take it to the bucket. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't always gotta be, be that 3-point shooting team. I would keep Oubre. I would keep Oubre, Ben Simmons, Steph, Clay, you know what I'm saying? And let them run a little and see where that goes there.
What's the position in need? Philly, you gotta look at it from Philly point of view.
Say that again.
You gotta look at it from Philly point of view.
Yeah. Because I mean,
that's what I was trying to say. If you give me Andrew Wiggins, right, and I give you Ben Simmons, I am now without a starting caliber point guard. Because Ben Simmons is my starting point guard.
But what about Seth Curry? He can bring the ball up.
No.
Steph Curry is serviceable as a small off guard. He is like Lou Williams, like Emmanuel Quickly. He could create his own shot, but he could create it for himself. He's not effective. He's not effective.
He better, but I mean, I think he could do it just like his brother did it. His brother don't always come up with the ball.
That's not gonna work. He's not that good.
Right, he don't.
But he do sometimes. He come up with the ball sometimes.
You just say Seth Curry was not that good?
I said compared to Steph.
Well.
No. I'm not comparing him to Steph.
Hold on.
I'm saying as far as
Let me say
skill set and them coming up court.
If you focus on anybody in the NBA, nigga, and they get 30 shots a game, nigga, they'll be nice as Steph, nigga. That's a fact. So relax.
Nah. Steph be doing a lot of crafty shit that other players can't do. So we not even. Steph was up for being an MVP this year. His team didn't even make the playoffs. So that's basically done. That's a wrap. That's not even worth a comparison. That's still his brother, and Steph could shoot, but from Philly's point of view, they're not gonna let Steph run the point guard. You know what I'm saying? Like they in win now mode.
But if that's all you got, who the hell else gonna do it?
That's why the trade. That's why Philly might be like, nah, I'm good, even though Ben Simmons got his liability as a
think about this
player.
What if they would have kept JJ Redick? And all this shit would have been going on. Like if they would have kept JJ Redick and all this would have been going on,
JJ Redick not a point
guard. Would have had Seth bringing the ball up. Because Joel Embiid can't do everything.
No need for Seth Curry.
It's not that simple. They ain't win now mode. They ain't trying to take no chances.
Seth Curry took the role that JJ Redick was in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So and that's what I'm saying. I don't think Seth should have had to take that role. I think Seth should have been on some nigga. I'm a main vocal kind of part of this team. JJ Redick was never that on no team.
But JJ Redick is he's kind of washed right now. You know what I mean?
He's catch and shoot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's a catch and shoot dude. He like Kyle Korver.
Yeah.
It's like a Kyle Korver. Yeah. You catch. When we pass you the ball, motherfucker, you just go up and shoot.
A better deal for Andrew Wiggins.
Monetarily, the trade would make sense, but only.
But would do y'all think he's better than Andrew Wiggins though?
Who, Seth?
I'm saying as far as any of the dudes we just mentioned, because you know Andrew Wiggins he did score 40 before the season ended, and he can go up to the basket. He can finish at the basket. He can shoot threes. He can. I mean, Andrew Wiggins ain't a bum. He's not a bum. Like Andrew Wiggins not a bum.
Here's the problem with Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins is consistently inconsistent. You can have a great game.
I agree with that. Just
like you said, he could score 40 points on you, and he could grab 8 rebounds, dish off 6 assists. Next game come around, he dropped 10 points and having 5 turnovers. And
it's the most frustrating shit you ever would see. You know what? I totally agree, and this is why I don't like Andrew Wiggins on the damn team, because I always say to myself, why in the hell? Like when we got Andrew Wiggins, I was a big fan of that. I was a big fan of that move. I said, you know what? We got 4 perennial all-stars.
Yeah, but Andrew Wiggins
got hurt and all that shit happened. I thought Wiggins was gonna step up.
Andrew Wiggins, if they want to trade, they got to trade Andrew Wiggins with a first-round pick, and I don't think they want to do that because nobody wants that contract. They'll take that first-round pick, but you know what I'm saying? They're not gonna get him more.
But like DSJ just said, man, that dude is way too inconsistent, bro.
Way too inconsistent. You can't.
That's why I like New Orleans. New Orleans is trying to package their first-round pick with Eric Bledsoe. Like if you take Eric Bledsoe off our hands, we gonna give you this first-round pick to go along with it.
Yeah, straight up, because Eric Bledsoe was
that's not the same value.
Eric Bledsoe's not
it's not the same. That's fact.
I hear what Easy saying, and Easy right. If you trade Andrew Wiggins, be prepared to give up that first-round draft pick, and they going lottery hunting. I don't want your. If you talk about the 4th, 5th pick, 6th pick, 7th pick, and then you got the 12th pick. Nah, give me that early round pick. Give me that early jump. And you don't want to do that.
Give me that good shit. Give me that good shit. Nah, off the rip. Oh God, give me that good shit because I need that. I don't want that. Don't try to slide me that little shit that was in the corner. The last little piece of the tray. I want the good shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I kind of feel like people are sleeping on Golden State. I mean, imagine this.
That's
Curry did what he did on one leg. And I say one leg because his other leg is Klay Thompson. We all know that. This ain't no surprise. This ain't no, it ain't nothing tough to that to guess that. But for Steph to do what he did this year by himself, that was amazing. So to see what the hell they gonna look like when Klay come back and Draymond, and imagine we plug in a real third, because Draymond not a real third. Draymond not a real third. He's a dude that just know how to play and
that's why I asked you, what would you do with Wiseman?
You don't really need a third option in the starting unit.
Oh, you were saying no? My bad. My dude. What you were saying? Who would it be the third option?
No. I was saying if you bring Klay back, right? Klay healthy. You don't need a third option in the starting unit. Your third option would have to come off the bench.
No, but you do though. You do need a third option.
No. Hear what I'm saying though. Your third option don't have to be in the starting unit. Your third option don't have to come off the bench.
Be a six man.
At this point now, what Klay and Steph do is enough to neutralize a lot of other people's offenses.
Go get Cal. Go get Kuzma. Go get Kuzma.
Right, but even with that, that's what I'm saying. Even right now, right? If you listen to everybody that's talking to draft talk, right? They talking about drafting Davion Mitchell, what they pick. Now look at what Davion Mitchell bring to the table from what he did at Baylor. Homie can shoot. He's shifty. He can create for himself.
But that's why I said, I mean, shit. I would rather take Kyle Kuzma right now.
Right, but what I'm saying is, even with that, right? You know that Davion Mitchell's the point guard. He's not starting over Steph. You're not gonna play him besides Steph.
Who are you talking about, Donovan Mitchell?
No, Davion Mitchell, dude in college.
Yeah, he coming out this year.
Ain't nobody in college coming over Steph. And we ain't even. That conversation ain't even. Yeah, that ain't even popping because you got a 3-time. You got a 2-time MVP with a 3-time champion. We know.
It's win now mode. Unless you want to do an early rebuild.
And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's an early rebuild.
Now look at everything that Davion Mitchell could do, and you have him coming off the bench.
But see, now I'm talking about though, who do we plug in at this third spot? Because we need a third.
Well, this is an option. This is an option.
We have to have a third option because Draymond is not one.
And have Klay move up to the 3.
I'm following you. I'm following you. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is this. The way the offense is ran right now,
right?
Your third option don't need to be in a starting unit because they already you already know what you're getting with the starting unit. You know, Steph and Klay, the Splash Brothers, going to take the majority of those points.
Right.
You just got serviceable pieces going along. Like Draymond is, as they call them, triple singles, right?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna give you high point. He's gonna barely get you a double digits in rebounds, double digits in assists. But he's serviceable. But you don't look at him and say that's my third option because you don't produce enough points coming off the bench. Now we just agreed that Andrew Wiggins is too consistent to sit here and say, yeah, you're the third option. James Wiseman don't really fit the mold right now in the team. So you can't sit here and say for sure he's the third option. He's one of them guys that get you 17 and 11, but that'll be coming like in the end of the game, like in the fourth quarter, right?
But so I mean, think about it like this though. So why do we just throw a third option to the bench? Because if we throw the third option to the bench ain't really ready for that yet.
You don't think so? Eric Pascal ready?
I don't think the bench right now. I think Eric Pascal is that dude for the bench. I think Eric Pascal can take the bench over. I would say we need a true third option on the first team because because Steph Clay, they get cold. They shooters. They natural born shooters. They get cold. So when they get cold, who do we go to? We can't go to Draymond because all his ass want to do is sit at the top of the key. And if he ain't making threes from the top of the key, he ain't making shit.
Now I'm gonna tell you here. Now here's the funny thing, right? Because we talking about the inconsistency of Andrew Wiggins. But here's the beautiful thing about it, right? You take all that responsibility and pressure off of Andrew Wiggins. You can make him the third option because now your role is lesser than what it was last season. Because now here comes Clay.
That's true. That's true.
So your 14 points and up. I don't necessarily right now. If you score over 14 points, that's a bonus. You can score.
So I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. You saying basically, without Clay getting hurt, that could have been the main key three. But with Clay getting hurt, it put more pressure on Wiggins and Wiseman. Because a lot of them do Kelly Oubre, a lot of them. I can see that. I can see that definitely. I agree with that because when you look at a lot of them dudes, they wasn't ready for the pressure that had to be put on them. But they handled it. They handled it damn good. They handled it, man, for real. They handled that. But I mean, it was a lot due to Steph Curry showing up and showing out. Now, when you get Klay Thompson back, you got Steph, Clay, Draymond. I don't know what the hell they're gonna do with Kelly Oubre. I would like to see Kelly Oubre stay. I would like to see Andrew Wiggins stay.
But
Andrew Wiggins got one more year to show he gotta show something, dude. They can't keep being that same old shit.
One more year, bro. You want to give him a whole nother year?
But look at it like this. Remember how the T-Wolves, they traded Andrew Wiggins to Golden State. They traded Andrew Wiggins with that pick. Now they had 2 high draft picks. They had the number 3 last year, I believe. And they got the number 7 this year. So Andrew Wiggins, that's gonna be hard to get him off. So I'm like, I don't think Andrew Wiggins is even an option. I think they got Andrew Wiggins to play defense.
Right. But Andrew Wiggins was never no real defensive player, though.
Well, regardless, he can do it. He got drafted out of college because he could score and play D. He could be a 3 and D. But
that's what I'm saying. I was trying to figure out when the hell he started playing D. I knew he was offensive.
I mean, he has the capability. That's the thing about Andrew Wiggins. People don't like Andrew Wiggins because Andrew Wiggins got all the tools to be one of the best players in the NBA. He just doesn't use them. He's inconsistent, like homie was saying earlier.
That part.
If he put his mind to it and say, you know what, I got something I'm gonna focus on. I'm gonna play defense. I'm gonna be a 3 and D. He's athletic.
I'm gonna shut you down on D. I'm gonna bust your ass on offense. I'm gonna do the whole. You know what I mean? Yeah, straight up.
Me open, I'm gonna shoot that 3. And if you trade me too much, I'm gonna drive to the lane. You don't got to do too much. You're not an option. Your thing is just to play D. Now, Oubre, I can see. I don't really know why they got Kelly Oubre. Honestly, I'm being dead. I don't see a use for him because it's kind of like
but Kelly Oubre is a wing shooter. He can shoot from the wing. He can shoot. You know, he get fitness from the perimeter. He can work from inside out.
They got Oubre to take some of the load off of Klay Thompson, and they got him before Klay Thompson got hurt. Oubre is no Klay Thompson. But imagine this though:
if you see Oubre this year, and the way he was, every time Steph or Wiggins or Draymond kicked it out to him, Oubre could always knock them shots down with no problem. So imagine if you got Steph, Klay, Draymond, Oubre knocking down shots. That's 4 people right there knocking down threes.
And that's why you got to shoot a team. That's how you build a shooting team.
you can kind of bring Wiggins off the bench. You can bring Wiggins off the bench.
Yeah. You can bring him off the bench. You'll start him being if he play that role, you gotta buy in. If he play the 3 and D, he can start. I mean, he's not gonna be getting 40 minutes a game, but he could be in that rotation, that starting rotation. Iguodala was the guy they would bring on the court to bring the ball up the court so they could run their offense. Because he was bringing the ball up the court. He was hitting Clay, running behind
That's
the picks.
That's Draymond role. You let Draymond come up the court.
Draymond was always doing.
Let him run around.
But that's why I figure they got they paying him a lot of money, but that's why they got Wiggins, so he could play that role when, you know what I'm saying, you got to guard a LeBron, you got to see Kawhi, you got to see PG. Somebody got to guard him because Steph can't guard him. You don't want to put Clay on him no more. Clay got bad legs. Yeah, you need somebody to, body up on him. And that's where he comes in. And I like that. I like that they got Andrew Wiggins to play D. They just gonna have to eat that contract.
Nah, I agree because it's not so much of. They taking over Wiggins' contract from Minnesota.
They took it and they had to give a.
They come and got honor that and pay him off with but
they flipped that the right way because they had to do Russell. Remember they had Russell.
So they had ice water, ice bag.
D'Angelo.
I liked that pickup better than I liked the Andrew Wiggins, but it wound up being worse because he couldn't play D. He really wasn't good on offense for us. And then
only reason they did that because KD left.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It was like, you know what? Let's do this sign and trade real quick. We're gonna get some talent back. They flipped them, so we're gonna get Andrew. We'll take Andrew Wiggins back, but y'all gonna have to give us like 2 draft picks.
Facts. Nah,
they flipped it, and I respect that. So now they got Andrew Wiggins, and they had 2. They had the number 3 pick because they was bad last year, and now they got the number 7 pick, which is the Timberwolves pick. So it's like they can do a slight little rebuild with these picks they got. But it's at this point, it's up to them. That's why I was like, you keep Andrew, you keep Wiseman, because Wiseman, he got comparisons to Chris Bosh. He got the comparisons.
He's a real big man. He got the hops. He got the the get up, the agility, everything.
He could shoot. Having what's his name taking the pressure off him, Clay, and Steph taking the pressure off him. He's just gonna be able to do his thing. He was like, yo, don't worry about it. He should be the third option if they decide to keep him. They might want to trade him for Pascal Siakam.
Yeah, and that would be a great move. I would love to see that move, and I definitely agree with you, bro. My son just woke up, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. My son just got up, so I'm gonna take care of my son. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely agree with the Pascal Siakam move. I definitely agree with you, man. Let alone, all y'all, man, I love talking sports with y'all, bro.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Y'all ready to call it?
Y'all know what y'all talking about, man, and I love it. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
I just gotta go I gotta go get with my son real quick.
Yeah, man, do your job, man. Take care of that.
Hey, definitely, man. Hey, I fuck with y'all, man. Many blessings, man, and much love to y'all, man.
All right, yo, listen, one more thing, man. We gotta talk that Niners talk, man. Don't forget about it.
Yeah, we gotta talk some Niners talk next time, man.
All right.
Football talk coming soon. We expanding. Trust me.
Yeah. We're gonna have that Niners Empire talk.
That's right. I can't wait.
Y'all know what I mean? We gotta have to start all up, Hey, Long, I know you're a Giants fan over there, but you gotta give this Niner program, man.
Yeah, man, we taking over, man. We gonna change that screen.
We taking over, baby. We know you gotta come over here, man, baby. After a game, we gonna have to do that Niners podcast, man. We gonna blow up quick.
From a hood quicker than quick. From a hood nigga point of view, we gonna talk.
Yeah, we're gonna blow up quicker than quick.
And we're gonna do it like that.
You in Cali, nigga. So we're gonna blow up quicker than quick. We're gonna get you right.
Page, share, like, subscribe, follow. Y'all know all the fucking formalities, man.
And press that damn button at the bottom.
Who you rooting for? The Giants, the Warriors, the Niners?
Bro,
how y'all gonna do it?
You're not asking weird questions like that. No.
Hey, you know Giants gonna win the World Series this year.
Oh yeah? All right, I got my money on.
Yeah. We going all the way that way, man. Giants gonna win the World Series. The Niners gonna win the Super Bowl, and the Warriors. We waiting on that. We gonna wait on that. We gonna hold off on that right now.
I'm looking at them boys in Queens, man. Them boys in Queens is looking good. We got DeGrom. That's his name, right? DeGrom.
Yeah. You ain't no Mets fan.
That's all right, bro.
Don't make me go get my jersey that my man had to. My man, don't let me say the black.
I'm on my bandwagon right now.
My man, roughhouse a nigga from my Mets jersey, bro, and I'm rocking it till this day. What you talking about?
Long be tripping over his Mets, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Flushing, Queens, man. We come from Flushing, bro. What you know about that?
That way. I like
right.
You said it.
You know that, right?
Right.
What?
Queens is from Brooklyn. So you know I'm rocking with the Mets.
Oh, you from Flushing?
Nah, I'm from Brooklyn. I'm just saying that's where the Mets play. They play in Flushing.
Okay.
No,
you know, that's the part of the. And we rocking with the Mets this year, man. That's my team. That's been my team since they had Darryl Strawberry. You know what I'm saying? They had Darryl Strawberry. They had what's the other kid? They had Dwight. You know, Dwight. They used to go to the They used to go in the hood back in the day. I hear stories how they used to go in the hood.
Darryl Strawberry, nigga. That's.
They get in the hood in the projects all night. Getting high all night, you know what I'm saying? I'm serious, yo, that's just documented. It's documented. They would go in the projects. The Queens and projects, they like right next to each other. So they be in there, they be getting right all night long, taking all of their money, and then the next morning they go for hitting, what do they call it? Hitting practice?
Batting practice.
Batting practice, batting practice in the morning, early in the morning, and then they just be doing that every day during the summer. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all niggas had niggas out there getting loaded.
They was getting high, man. That was the thing, man. What was it? They was born the year my sister was born. My sister was born in '86. So it was the '86 Mets. That's when they won the World Series. So, you know, we got to rep the Mets. Todd Hundley.
Yeah. We definitely rep the Mets. You know what I'm saying? Those are the only guys I know, though.
What's y'all record like? Mets Giants World Series?
Well, we're going to be in the conference championship because we both in the National League. So you know how that go.
For sure.
I know we got the best pitcher, but I don't know what our record looking like. You know the best pitcher.
We got the best team. Yo, you know. Giants,
we got that young boy though. What's that boy name? He just signed that contract. What's that boy name? That shortstop that they traded for?
Who? For the Giants or
the Mets. The Mets. They traded for some young boy, and they signed a contract. They signed a 10-year contract. Tatis? No, that's the other dude. Man, I don't even know these dudes' names, bro. Nah, it's another dude. I think he played shortstop. I'm gonna look it up real quick.
I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah, it sound like that. Sound kind of right to how it sound. They be having these weird names, man. You know what I'm saying? But
they got Rosario, Peraza, and Lindor.
That's it.
I know about Lindor. I know about Peraza and Lindor. I don't know about the other two.
We had Pete Alfonso, and Michael Cantor. I don't even know these niggas. I'm freestyling right now. You know what I'm saying? But I know we got Lindor and we got Pete Alfonso.
But do y'all think y'all got enough if y'all motherfuckers run into us in the NL?
It's not like Madison Ballpark isn't home anymore. So I think we got it.
You do know the Giants is the truth right now.
Bro,
Nah. The Giants is on the
We on our the baby shit. You know when the baby knocked out dude in the Louis Vuitton store and it was like on the truth dolo by myself.
I mean, what's going on with Madison Bumgarner, man?
His ass been gone. They sent him to Arizona a couple seasons ago.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, he ain't
We shipped him off. He had to go. The Mad Bum.
Oh, y'all got a nickname
the Mad Bum off.
Y'all got a nickname for him. I ain't know that because I remember watching the World Series and he pitched like in game 1. He came back like a next game. He was pitching relief. I was like, all right, this dude he's the truth. You know
nah. I ain't gonna lie. The Mad Bum. I ain't gonna lie to you. Madison Bumgarner was a big success and a big reason for the Giants' success. Big ups to dude, you know what I'm saying? He's one of the dudes that was part of the dynasty, but
yeah, he's good, bro. Y'all need to give him his flowers because I was like, damn.
Yeah, because it's like if Draymond go, it's like if Draymond go, you know, there's nothing we can do about it. You know what I'm saying? He was part of the dynasty, he was part of the legacy, but we still got Clay and Steph, you know, and we still got Buster Posey, we got Brandon Crawford, we still got Brandon Belt, we still, you know what I'm saying? You know, it goes down the list, and plus, you know, we added other pieces, so you know what I'm saying? I mean, shit. In that case, we shouldn't have got rid of Tim Lincecum.
I heard of that name before.
Tim Lincecum, he won 2 Cy Young Awards. You know, he won 2 Cy Young Awards with us, and he not even on the team no more.
Why y'all
I
let
don't
him
even
go?
know what the hell team he on that.
Why y'all let him go? If he won 2 Cy Young Awards, he needs to be on the team forever.
I don't even think he in the league no more, bro.
He started giving up too many hits.
Oh, so his arm started. Well, he got Tommy Jerry.
Yeah, he started giving up too many hits, bro. And you can't
got that
complain
surgery.
like that.
That should have dead your career right there.
Yeah, you only good as your last game or your last pitch or whatever the hell, however baseball do it. I mean, shit. You know,
we got Lindor, man. It's a lot of pressure on him. And
Don't worry about it. But on that note, fellas, we're gonna come back with this shit tomorrow, man. Do it again.
Yeah. Facts. I'm gonna fuck with you niggas, man.
Same time, 11:30 Pacific time.
I'm saying, man, you got shit off the East Coast too, though. You know, we just can't talk about the West Coast without talking about the East Coast.
Nah, we're gonna get on the East Coast when I got a day off, and we'll do it more conducive for you. You feel me?
We're gonna tell Lounge if you keep talking about the West Coast, we're gonna take its East Coast. We're gonna take its East Coast part from you.
Nah, never.
We can't talk about. I ain't gonna lie, man. Show love.
I got one more weak ass day. I gotta put in that work, and then we lit. You feel me?
Yeah,
it's good.
On that note, let me drop this bomb and let's get out of here, fellas.
You look nauseous.
I like how y'all controlled the panel today, man. I appreciate that. Y'all niggas is becoming more natural for sure. Let me drop that.